there are a lot of people who end up breaking up a relationship after they invested their emotions, their time, and money, and they walk away from it. And after a while, they feel bad. They regret they're doing that. I mean, if you went back to the time before they broke up with that partner they had, no matter how much you try to convince them not to leave them, they're not going to listen. You try to tell them that grass is not greener on the other side, they're not going to listen. No amount of logic could convince them to stop the breakup. They want to do it. Now, months or years later, they regret. So I want to direct this video to the people who are thinking of leaving the relationship. If you are unhappy in your relationship and you want to leave the partner, knowing that your partner is a good person, you're just not happy with them, I want to ask you a question. You know you're a smart person. And at the time, if you go back to the time when you met them and you decided to be with them, or you decided to live with them or marry with them, didn't you have a hunch how they were going to be with you? I'm sure they did. So if you did, so why are you now unhappy with them? You may say, well, they've changed. Well, you've changed too. You've changed, as a matter of fact, more than them, to the point that you want to leave them and you're thinking of leaving them. They haven't changed that much. They've changed if they want to be with you. Otherwise, they would have left you. They don't want to leave you. You're the one who decides you want to walk away from the relationship. So what I'm saying to you is that people change. But that's a good sign when someone wants to be with you. So all it has to take is, if they're willing to work with you and they want to be with you, it's your side that needs to work with them. See, because you're the one who's leaving. You're the one who's unhappy. But you may say, wait a minute. I'm unhappy with them. I don't want to be with them anymore. They upset me. They don't understand me. I don't get along with them. They bother me and all that. But every person you're going to meet out there, they have their flaws, but in a different area than the one you have. Your partner may be upsetting you in these areas. You may end up leaving this relationship, going to another relationship. They may upset you more in other areas. What are you going to do? Keep going from one partner to the other? And what if they didn't upset you in that area? And didn't upset you. They were perfect. You found them to be perfect, but they don't want to be with you. Just like you don't want to be with them, with the partner you are with. So apparently the partner you are with, despite the arguments, despite this misunderstanding, they still want to be with you. See, what I don't want you to be, I don't want you to regret if you break up, especially if you have kids. Kids love to see parents together. I don't want you to regret doing so. See, sometimes you may dislike someone, and with the proper treatment to each other, with the proper nurturing and fun, you start liking each other. And then if you continue that, liking will grow into love. Even love, a lot of times people, they leave each other even though they say they loved each other. It can grow to a stronger, what I call it, a true love, when you don't want to be without each other. Even though you say you want to leave each other, but in reality you don't want to leave each other. That's one step further, which is the completion, which is true love. You see, let's say you went from dislike to like to love, and then true love. So in other words, it's like you want to build a 5-story building. What you did when you leave a relationship, let's say you said you love them, but you want to leave them, okay? Let's say you build floor number 3, and before you finished reaching building number 4 and 5 and nurturing that love to make it higher and higher until you reach true love, You decided either to walk away from the building after you invested all this time and energy and money, or destroy it. That's what you're doing. See? So you don't understand. It's devastating. Breakup, you may not think that way because you may think, okay, you know what? I'm not happy. You're not happy because if your partner does not want to leave you and they're willing to invest time and energy to work with you, you need to do the same and to get closer and closer and closer. For example, this is how you build it, okay? From dislike to like, from love from like to love, from love to true love. This is how you do it, okay? For example, honey, let's go eat in a restaurant. Honey, let's go for a walk. You do things together. You update her. You update him on things that you together. You share with each other your private things, secrets. You love each other. You open to each other. You respect each other. You trust each other. Even if you have a roommate, wouldn't you want to respect them and trust them? Why can't you do it with the person you are with? This will make the relationship become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. That's it. You go out, have fun, you go for a picnic, you go to the movies, you travel together. That's how love grows. No two people will come together and they live without working on a relationship. Everybody has to work on a relationship. Everybody. Okay? So you need to do the same. The same thing. Look. I'm going to show you something. Do you know how people say, I love you to each other, and then they end up divorced or walking away from each other, right? And then they end up hating each other. So love, if not nurtured, it can turn into hate. It can go backwards to dislike and then hate, right? The same thing, you can make it opposite way. From hate or dislike, you can make it to love, and make it from love to true love. The same thing is the opposite. If it goes this way, it can go the other way. If you neglect it, it goes down. If you nurture it, it goes up. The same thing. If you have a little dog, if you mistreat the dog is not going to love you. Even if they're loyal to you, they're staying with you because you're feeding them. They have no choice. But the dog is scared of you. But if you nurture that dog and care about that dog is going to love you forever. See, the same thing. So I don't want you to reach the point when you regret leaving. Be smart. Be wise. Say, you know what? I built this much. I don't want to destroy it, start all over. Now, if you say, I'm unhappy despite all that, then there's nothing we can do. Unless, for example, like he's abusive, she's abusive. That's your own experience. I am not aware of what's going on, so that's up to you. But what I'm saying to you, when two people agree to work a relationship, nothing can stop in their way. Nothing. Because the relationship is about two. It can't be about one. You cannot expect your partner who wants to stay with you to continue on working with you, continue on begging you, continue on loving you, and you are, on the other hand, not reciprocating the same feelings. It's not fair. It's not fair on them. And what you're doing is, it's like somebody brought you a good plant, okay? A good plant. And you decide not to water it. You watered it for 1 day, 2, and then you decide to neglect it. What's going to happen to this plant? Eventually the plant is going to give up. The same thing. So humans must interact and must care about each other for this love to grow. So that's it for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.